来宾大家早安，欢迎大家来参加 TWIGF 台湾网络治理论坛及 TWNIC 社群论坛联合开幕式。Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the joint opening ceremony of TWIGF and TWNIC Community Forum。我们今天的论坛呢，将探讨在人工智慧快速发展的时代之下，数位经济、信任治理，还有网络基础设施之间的关键连结，以及如何在 AI 时代来建立更安全、可信而且具有韧性的数位环境。In today's forum, we are going to explore key connections among the digital economy, trust governance, and internet infrastructure in the era of rapid AI advancement. We are also going to discuss how to build a safer, more trusted, and more resilient digital environment in the age of AI.在今天的活动一开始，首先我们要邀请台湾网络治理论坛吴国维理事长为我们致开幕词。To begin our program today, please welcome Mr. 国维吴 Chair of TWIGF, for his opening remarks. 我们掌声欢迎吴国维理事长。
可以。OK 非常高兴今天在。
I'm so delighted to see so many of you joining us despite.It's raining cats and dogs outside. So I would like to probably give you a brief history of TWGIF in 1995. I attended International Society meeting held at Harvard University. That's when I realized, even as a scientist, we could still attend the kind of events. 1998, Lauren Lasset of Harvard University.Was invited by the former entity of ICANN to engage in the discussion about how to set up ICANN. And eventually, she led a team of students and they set up ICANN. In 1995, I came back to Taiwan from Harvard University. Originally, I was in the business of developing high-performance computer, but I decided to switch my career. And in 1998, I realized that internet actually covered a wide variety of different applications. Therefore, beginning in 1999, I attended almost all ICANN meetings and events. And fast forward to 2001,I began to work up the idea. Probably we could have similar events in Taiwan. So I probably talked about this a couple of days ago. I worked with Kenny Wang, Miss Chen, and we dished out of our own pocket, probably 5,000 NT, and we reserved the entire cafe. So from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., we invited speakers and we invited people to come and listen to our speeches. And a little over a year afterwards, 70 or even 80 plus people would show up. Obviously, they could enjoy the free cup of coffee, but they were also attracted to the event because we gave very useful information through our lectures. So I began to realize Taiwan is actually a fertile ground. So beginning in 2015, we began to try and organize TWIGF event in Taiwan. So in the beginning, there were 4 sessions a day, and then it grew to 8 sessions 2 days. And at the end,there were 16 sessions over 2 days. So there were parallel sessions going on. So throughout the process, now we are here today in 2026. And with the invitation of the open of TWNIC, I thought probably we can put everything together and we could have an entire week dedicated to what we want to promote. In the very beginning, I needed to beg for proposals. But little by little, people came out with proposals by themselves. Normally, we organize our event towards September or October, but because we want to organize an internet week, that's why we had this meeting in May. In the beginning, I was afraid probably there would be a lack of proposals, but at the end, there were more proposals than we could accommodate in our event today. And also, around 2016, 2017, we began to invite JAPA, which is Japan's ISP Association, to also send the delegation to our event. Even during the COVID pandemic, our Japanese friends came to Taipei to attend TWIGF meetings. Well, because it's a global pandemic after all, so I needed to vouch for them so that they could come to Taiwan. So for the longest time, we reserved 1 or 2 sessions for our Japanese friends at our event. So what I would like to talk about now is connectivity. As I mentioned, I began to attend ICANN event in 1998, and then in 1999, I began to realize in terms of internet infrastructure, there were so many components that deserved our closer attention. So I began to participate in TWNIC EC election, and in the first year, I was not elected. Japanese friends actually apologized to me because they needed to cast their vote for their colleagues. But in 1999, I was elected member of EC of TWNIC. So from 1999 all the way to 2011, I was introduced by a friend to probably consider becoming a PIR board member. But less than a year into that position, they wanted me to stand election to become an ICANN board member. And I actually received 13 votes out of a total of 15. I became an ICANN board member, but I needed to retire, step down as a PIR and TWNIC EC member. And Kenny Wang took my place. And in 2016, I stepped down as an ICANN board member. And probably you are aware, IANA was a very important organization because it is the owner of the most important databases, but it was controlled by the U.S. government. But beginning in 2014, that was during Obama administration, and in 2016, in September, as I was stepping down, IANA was transferred to ICANN. So IANA is now part of ICANN. So we obviously hope we could have very fruitful meetings for the next 2 days. We have really heavyweight speakers with us. We have a lightning talk, and we are still in the process of recruiting speakers. If you have something to say, if you are bursting with thoughts to share with us, we will reserve a time slot for you. As long as you raise your hand saying that you have something to say, then Lightning Talk is exactly the platform for you. Thank you.
讲了 TWIGF 的发展上面非常重要的里程碑。Thank you to Mr. Guo Wei-Wu for highlighting the key milestones of the development of TWIGF. 再次感谢。接下来呢，我们要邀请的是台湾网络资讯中心于若凡董事暨执行长来跟大家说几句话。Next, please welcome Ms. 若凡于 Managing Director and CEO of TWNIC to say a few words. 掌声欢迎于若凡执行长。
大家好
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning again. Also, would like to welcome you to TWNIC and TWIGF joint event. So, while this is already the third day of the Internet Week of 2026, we're so happy. We work with a total of 7 organizations from both home and abroad to putting together the Internet Week 2026. Probably some of you still are not very clear about what we do at TWNIC because we are responsible for maintaining .tw. We allocate relevant resources related to .tw. But people wonder why we should be paying attention to what you do. Well, last week something happened in Germany. Because our counterpart in Germany, their system went down for 3 hours. And during that period of 3 hours, German government, German banks, German traffic came to a halt because nobody could have their website up and running. I think this is a very good example. If the internet goes down, then it brought down a lot of operations. So it's basically like the air we breathe. We don't actually see it, we don't feel it, but when the air supply is cut out, then we can definitely suffer from it. So when it comes to .tw domain namespace, as well as related resources, how should we allocate and maximize the utilization of those resources, as well as how can we beef up the security of the internet environment? Those are all our remits. As mentioned, this is already the third day. Thank you so much for staying with us. And our speakers, our moderators, our panelists, obviously, we really want to thank all of you for making contributions to our event. I would like to wish our event today a resounding success. Thank you.